Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have a very interesting video where President Biden was giving a speech, and in his speech he said that the government shutdown will have more impact on the Black community. Now this brought a lot of talk, so make sure to watch this video to the end. Let's check out this his clip of his speech.
In the meantime, I want to say a word about those in Congress who are willing to shut down the government. Just a few months ago, the Speaker of the House and I agreed to spending levels for the government. We were up right to the very edge, almost reneged on our debt, and that we're going to fund essential priorities and still cut the deficit by $1 trillion over the next decade. Now, a small group of extreme House Republicans, they don't want to live up to that deal, and everyone in America could be faced with paying the price for that. We changed it. We made a deal. We shook hands. We said this is what we're going to do, and now they're reneging on the deal, which is not much of a surprise these days. And the Black community in particular is going to suffer if that occurs. For example, shutdown is going to risk nutrition assistance to nearly 7 million moms and children. It's going to disproportionately affect Black families. The Department of Housing and Urban Development will have to stop nearly all its enforcement work fighting housing discrimination. EPA would have to stop its important work bringing environmental justice in frontline and fence line communities.
Now, the president's speech has brought a lot of talk, especially among the Black community. Questions are coming in to say, why is this shutdown only going to affect us, the Black community? Like, there were so many views or opinions rather from people, and it would be nice if we just checked out what different people had to say about this in this number of speeches. So let's check them out together, and when I get back, we talk more about this issue.
Particularly going to suffer if that occurs. For example,
Hey, Sleepy Joe. I don't know where you're getting at with this one, but I feel like you're reaching, because we all know that the Democratic Party likes to ponder on Black suffering more than the other side. Not to say that they don't do their own version of pondering. It's just a little bit more cringe than Democrats. You know what I'm saying? But to sit up here and say that the Black community is going to suffer because of a government shutdown, you really gotta think we dumb. You really gotta look at Black people and say, y'all are stupid. We gonna let you think it's the Republicans' fault that the government shut down, so that when the election time roll over next year and everything's gone bad, we're gonna make it seem like we're the ones that helped the economy put it back together, and it's the Republicans' fault why Black people were suffering during that time. I mean, I get it, bro. Propaganda 101, but damn, how many times is Black people gonna be used as pawns for elections? I mean, damn.
in the meantime, I want to say a word about those in Congress who are willing to shut down the government.
You know what grinds my gears, Mr. Biden? He said the shutdown could possibly stop EBT, food assistance. And he said the Black community will suffer the most from that. Really? Because statistics show we're not the number one recipients of it. It's Caucasian people and Jewish people. So before you come on and make these accusations, do some fact checking. Yes, it would affect us. But one thing about my people and my culture, we know how to survive. We've been doing it for how many years? So before you come for us, let us send for you. Because like I said, we are not the number one recipients of public assistance. So, educate yourself before you make that kind of statement. Have a good day, sir.
Am I the only Black person that's tired of hearing shit like that? Why do everything the government do have something to do with Black people? Like, do y'all all think we really live off food stamps and government assistance? Because you'd be dead, bitch. But it must make all of us look poor or something, like we ain't got no money or we don't work for our shit. And why is it just Black families that's going to be affected by the government shutdown? What about the white ones, the Asians, the Mexicans, the ones that are all on food stamps as well? Like, what about the rest of them? But somehow it always falls back onto the Black people having the problems. I'm gonna say Black and Hispanic on that, because they add them to a lot of shit too, that I'd be like, bro, we all work harder than y'all. Like, I've never been on food stamps in my fucking life. I am 31 years old. I make my own money. I live in my own house. I make damn near 100 grand on my own by myself. And you think there ain't more of us out here that's doing that shit? It's a whole shit ton of us out here making that bread. But somehow we still get roped into the government assistant type shit. Like I just don't understand it. What about those white people that are on government assistance? Is it going to affect them? Why is it just the black communities? I don't understand why we're always singled out, bro. And y'all literally have to excuse my face because I just woke up. My shit hella puffy, my eyes puffy, my nose. Everything's soft right now, okay?
And the black community in particular is going to suffer if that occurs. For example.
So the people that you do the least for is going to suffer the worst. At this point,
And the black community in particular is going to suffer.
We gonna suffer, but we been struggling. We made Black history, and we know how to get it out the mud, and that's our own environment. We turn nothing into something. Boy, bye.
Okay, now the president signed into law the stopgap bill to avert government shutdown passed by Congress just hours ahead of a critical midnight deadline when funding for federal agencies was set to run out. The Senate passed the measure Saturday evening after the House abruptly reverted course earlier in the day and passed a bipartisan bill to extend government funding after days of uncertainty over whether a shutdown could be averted. Now, the president said that the black community will suffer if a government shutdown takes place. Well, on Monday, the Democrat was talking about what risks Americans face if the Congress fails to pass the annual budget. However, the president was trolled on social media for using the risk card. Now, should Congress fail to pass a short-term spending bill to keep the proverbial lights on, then a shutdown could have enormous impact on all Americans in areas from air travel to clean drinking water. Now, nearly 4 million Americans who are federal employees will feel the effect immediately. Essential workers will remain on the job, but others will be laid off until the shutdown is over. None will be paid during the impasse. Now, for many, this shutdown would strain their finances, just like it did during the record 35-day funding lapse in 2018 to 2019. There could also be massive economic implications in the event of a shutdown. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says it will stop releasing data, including key figures on inflation and unemployment. A lack of critical government data would make it difficult for investors and the Federal Reserve to interpret the U.S. economy. The Small Business Administration would not provide new loans to any business, according to 2021 guidance. And the Commodity Futures Trading Commission will cease the vast bulk of its operations, including market oversight, according to its 2021 guidance. Now, this information I've shared clearly states that all Americans will suffer and not just black people. But the question still stands, why did he just say the black community will be the most affected? Anyway, let's check out some reactions from my fellow brothers and sisters and just find out how they took this information. Let's check out the comments together. Now, the first comment reads, I don't get any assistance. I'm doing very well for a black woman. Now, I have some whitey and his neighborhood that would suffer. Voting isn't real. I wish we could understand that it's 2023 and no one in human form is coming to save us. I'm so sick of politicians singling black people out for votes, and when we accomplish something, it's weird. White people are the highest recipients, actually. Just the assumptions that we are going to suffer more than other races is derogatory. I agree we shouldn't be here. We should cut funding to Ukraine, close the border, and start taking care of Americans. Does he even really care about the average American? Does he know our struggles? Everything is going up. How much more till we break? It's so hard to trust the right when they make promises they refuse to keep. Okay, now these are some of the comments from people, and you can see from their comments that what they're saying is speaking volumes. Now, a majority of black people don't even benefit from these programs. So let's hear what you have to say about this by dropping your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye, and see you in my next video.